Towards the end of each regular season, ECHL squad sign a handful of athletes that are fresh off their final year in the college ranks. Toledo defenseman Daschke was one of those players. He had been eyeing the Walleye all season and managed to make the Kelly Cup playoffs roster. BCSN's Claire Dow joins us from Indy.
You know the saying, it's a small world? Well, that cliche definitely rings true for this Toledo Walleye playoff roster. If you take a look at the lineup, there are so many different connections, whether they're former teammates, former opponents, or even college roommates, like that of Gordy Green and Derek Daschke while they were at Miami University.
We lived together my senior year, his sophomore year at school. We've known each other growing up, kind of both being from Michigan, and then kind of rekindled our friendship his freshman year, and then became best friends again.
Gordy's from the Detroit area, so knew him growing up, and then we played together at Miami for 2 years, and I lived with him for one of those years. So, no, we have a great relationship, and we kept in touch throughout the years, even though we weren't playing together anymore, and still kept in touch. And I actually watched like a couple of Walleye games, just watching him during the year and things like that. And he's been a great guy welcoming me in and getting me adjusted to the group for sure.
It's been great having him. He's a great guy. Good to have in the locker room. He's funny. He gives some jokes. He takes jokes well. So it's fun to have him around. And yeah, just good to be around him. I think he's an offensive, skilled defenseman. His defensive game has improved a lot since I've played with him. That was kind of maybe people would say his knock, but he's gotten a lot better at it. And he's a big guy. He's a big guy out there. He plays physical when he has to, which is good. But he's super smart, really good with his position, and has a knack for offense.
You know, he's a really hardworking guy with a lot of puck skills and makes a lot of plays. And I think he's continued to do that here. Obviously, his numbers have shown with that. And he's really good on the power play, and he continues to be really good on the power play, too. That play he made last night to Bliss was not many guys make that play. So, no, I mean, he's a really good player, and at Miami, he was a really good player as well, so it hasn't really changed.
I mean, we talked like throughout majority of the year, and then it was between a couple of teams, and this was his #1 option from ECHL deal, and it worked out great. He's helped us a lot through the end of the regular season, and he played great last game. He's definitely an addition to the lineup. He didn't play the first two, but he fit right in there, played great last game, and if we need him, he'll be ready.
In less than 24 hours, we should have the final of what could possibly be a decisive Game 4 between the Toledo Walleye and the Indy Fuel. Be sure to catch all the action live on BCSN tomorrow night, starting with a pregame show at 7 o'clock. Reporting live from Indiana Farmers Coliseum in Indianapolis, Indiana, Claire Dow, BCSN.